Hello everyone. Alright, cool. So yeah, how are you doing? And then how's the heat going, especially in Nigeria? I hope nobody's melting yet. Alright, so I'm super excited today. Yeah, because I have a very important topic that we all love, which is money. Alright, so I was just thinking about it today. Yeah, happy Valentine, whatever. I got my Valentine gifts. Just notice wherever you see Valentine gift in me. Whatever. Alright, so straight to it. Money, 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 money. Think about it today that damn boy, you have to make a lot of money. One, even above the economic situation, especially in a country like ours, Nigeria, there one thing that really pushes people sometimes is the fear of poverty. That is, they don't want to be poor, or there are a lot of expenses on their neck, or there are things that they are supposed to do with money. So as a result of that, they are forced to make money. So some people are not motivated to make money because they want to make money, but because of the fear of getting hungry, they have to make money. But what you should realize is that that kind of fear in making money, that is to say, if you have nothing, you have nothing pushing you to make money, that means you're definitely not going to make money. That is, most type of those people, they are, I would sometimes call them lazy, mentally lazy, and selfish too. Yeah, I call them selfish because money making shouldn't be just about you. Like in your quest to making money, I was at this stage whereby I felt I have to make money. Of course, my money making came as a result of personal reasons. Like my quest to make money came as a result of personal reasons. And if I know somebody asked me at a point in time, or if you once asked me at a point in time that why do you want to make money, I'll tell you point straight blank that I want to afford food, good food. Yeah, because that was one of the most challenging parts then when I was at some level. Because basically I could not eat like what I wanted. And then I saw people living fine. In fact, it wasn't even dressing, it wasn't even the shoes, it wasn't even anything. But I just wanted to be able to eat. So you can know how tough it was then. So but then it got to a stage whereby I started making some amount of money. And then just like they usually say, money doesn't bring happiness, but Adekunle said it. He said money they bring happiness, but Adekunle make you get your own share get. So money doesn't bring happiness. But however, the things I use money to do are what that actually matters. Take for example, they used to say that money is the root of evil, but definitely okay, it is even the law. People say it, but it is exactly the opposite that what Jesus said or that what the Bible says. I'm not going to go into the Bible because we're basically speaking about money. I'm just trying to clear some things so that you like have a clear pathway into whatever I would be discussing. Because I'll be branching to many places, but then I will definitely come at a very good bus stop that we are all going to agree on. Or if we don't agree, that's just my thoughts. So yeah, like money, the thought of money or the love of money is root of all evil. And sometimes I would say, in fact, poverty, I usually say this a lot of time, poverty itself is the root of all evil. Because when you're poor, I know the things I did when I was poor. I'm not saying I killed everybody. But then I know some of the like funny, nasty things I did when I really wasn't making much. I did not really have much because I was hungry. So I did nasty things. That's not a video for today because I don't want anybody saying, "Oh, you suffered." No, I don't want that. So and then one thing I also discovered, since that I've mentioned one thing that pushes money, people to make money. Now, most times in terms of the youth and of course young guys, one of the things that pushes people to make money, which of course pushed me at some point to actually become a better person, is heartbreak. Very funny. Heartbreak. I remember at some stages in life, of course, I had my share of heartbreak. And then most times in our quest to like in sometimes a relationship, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. In a relationship, we as guys, it happens most time in guys that the kind of relationship you want is a relationship where you are bad. I mean, you are broke. Of course, these were things that once used to hurt me, and then I used to run from, especially when a lady asked me that in the next 5 years, like, where do you see yourself? I'll be like, don't ask me that kind of questions. I don't know where I'm going. But not until I actually sat down and actually thought about it, through heartbreak and everything. So you're broke, but then as a result of you being broke, you still want this sense of being pitied. Regardless of you being broke, you still want somebody to actually accept you the way you are. Like you have nothing to give, but you feel like, okay, yeah, I know I'm poor. Yeah, I know I'm not rich. Yes, I know. I know I cannot really afford everything. Yes, I know I have some bad habits. But regardless of that, I still want you to accept me for who I am. Like who does that? Does that. Now, I'm not saying this in support of ladies, but as guys, now, suppose like have something. We should not stay pitiful because while you're staying pitiful, another person is definitely smashing it out there. So that's what it take for you guys. So in case you are thinking you're broke and then you still want somebody to accept you for the brokenness of you, guys, scratch that, bro. So now heartbreak. Now, like I was saying, heartbreak, for example, that pushes you to actually make money because you realize. Let's take for example, she leaves you for a guy doing better, and then at a point in time, you'll be like, so this guy is rich. I actually have to work. I need to work. I need to surprise her. Like it's like all those memes. They'll be like because somebody broke up with you or somebody splashed water on you, be like you buy a car. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. Oh. If you don't work, you don't go chop. Oh. She gets. And then I'll be like there's this passion, this zeal, there's this energy that comes behind when you face heartbreak due to the one issue or due to the fact that somebody left you for one reason, probably for the fact that you couldn't provide everything you can provide. You have this passion in you to actually make money. Now, one thing that affects, us the most, entrepreneurs or guys, basically is that once we now come into another relationship, of which the person is not really pushing that pain point of you in terms of trying to make a better person, the person is like okay with you. There's one thing I told myself when I was in a relationship. Of course, I actually had to call it quits because of that. Because I needed someone, not that I depended on it for someone to actually like be able to push me and make money. But this lady was basically comfortable with everything, like okay with everything. When I broke, when I'm not sure, of course I needed someone godly, like spiritual. Of course she was. But then in terms of entrepreneurship, like push me, like make money. I broke this thing and I was basically comfortable with whatever status I was, and that is not what I wanted. Even though some guys want it, but that is not what I wanted. So, and then when we get into a relationship, because the lady, the new person feels like "Oh, I'm okay with you, I accept you just the way you are." That passion, that's you for you to actually make money. Like you add when you actually add heartbreak, the passion now dies down. You now feel comfortable, and as a result of that, you go back to square zero. And then ladies, no matter what, love go cast. So, and that's one thing that Alex Amosi usually say that when he married, even after marrying his wife, that's Leila, he told her that business comes first before marriage. Because once marriage comes first before the business, and then the business is not providing anything can happen. Everybody can go broke, and then the love and everything, it can just the veil can be unveiled. And then everybody is basically worse than how we started when he even married her. So that's why I said business comes first because in case anything happens, there is still money coming in, and then I'm not miserable and broke. Like or as how you met me, the two of us are still doing fine. You get so most times, guys, you have to come up to that level that you don't want a lady who is comfortable for the bad habits that you actually have. Of course, everyone can be like me, and I can't be like everyone. But then don't settle for mediocre ladies. Have class. You understand? So I've mentioned number one. I've mentioned two things. Number one thing is hunger. Hunger drives you. Number two thing sometimes heartbreak drives you. And then those are part of the stages that I passed. And then up to this level. And then one thing also that mistake that people make when they finally get something doing and then they start to make money is that they feel like, and of course I've seen this a lot of times, especially in the kind of country that I am, Nigeria, whereby you see a chemist, and then because a chemist has somebody doing POS by his or her side, and then it feels like the person is making having customers, the chemist also start doing POS, and then the person start adding biscuits with the drugs they're selling, start adding many things. Before you know it, the person will remember that he has once learned tailoring and start doing tailoring in a pharmacy shop. So when I taking many things together at the same time, all because you feel like you want to make more money, that is one mirage, a very big mirage that most people used to kill themselves with. So in terms of skills, like apart from buying and selling and everything still relates to skills because most times, I think I mentioned in my last video, I had a lady who knew. She said she had like 10 different skills that she can offer, and I was like, it's not possible. I cannot trust you with a particular skill because you are not an expert at at any particular thing. Because it's just like the saying, which is very true: "Jack of all trades, master of none." And then when you are starting for the very first time, there are ranges and stages that you have to meet as an entrepreneur before you can start taking another thing or adding another thing to whatever service you provide. Let's take for example, you're a graphic designer. Of course, graphic designer can translate into you being a website designer. But then most people think graphic design. Of course, graphic design is just the general like umbrella term for it. Most people they take website design. You see them, they take copywriting. Later, you see them, they may take of course website design is there, copywriting is there. You can see them they decide to go and do the social media as well. So, social media marketing. And I'm not saying these are things that cannot be done, but you will never become an expert at anything. So this is in terms of digital skills. In terms of everything also, it could be any trade, anything you're doing. It could be leadership. It could be like you're doing this, you're doing comedy. Of course, you can train yourself to be around like that. But when you're starting out, especially as Alex Muzi actually says it, when you're at a level of maybe $0 to $1 million, you actually pick one product and one channel to master. And it was not until later that later I realized this. Of course, I started my early days with freelancing, and like my early days of making money in hard currency, like in dollar. Started with freelancing, and then I used to do website development or website design development, no code. And then later I was doing email marketing with it, email marketing and Shopify website design and everything like that. I was kind of trying to combine the both. And there was a time that any shiny skill, I basically add it to my skill. And then I realized I never made any tangible amount from it. I never made. So pick one product, one channel, master the product, master the channel. Until this is the kind of milestone I'm giving myself. Until I reach earnings of about $1 million. You need to pick one product, one channel, and definitely become an expert at that thing. Of course, I have not yet scaled to more than 1 million, but definitely just watch out for me. So you actually reach this milestone, and then from there you can then go for $1 million to what? To $10 million. It is accordingly, it is when you reach this milestone, this level, that you can then decide to select another product. Because for you to actually make this in a year, that this is annually. In a year, that means you master to some certain level your products, and you master to some certain level your channel. My LinkedIn account at a point in time, like until recently, it used to be email marketing. And then I intentionally did not change my profile from email marketing to what I currently do until after a year. Because I intentionally decided that I was going to be at least to some extent, a master and expert at this thing before I then do what? Before I then decide to actually add this, before I can beat my chest. And over the period of time, I've completed around 60 projects on a different platform. I completed around 20 plus projects, equivalent to around 90 hours on that particular skill before I can then call myself and tell myself, okay, I really figured this out to some extent, or I'm trying to figure it out. Because I'm not an expert on it, at least because it's still a one man army. And then I am still trying to do what? To go to the level whereby I have mastered this well enough to actually do what? Train other peeps to be just like me, and then we actually scale people's businesses up with this particular skill. It is after then that I can then decide to go, okay, we're doing SEO, we're doing this, we are doing that, we're doing that, and then okay, let's start doing social media. Now this is not even, and this is not you selecting another skill, but actually selecting skills that pertain, or selecting services or products that pertains to this one that you were doing. It's not like cross-selling. Now, cross-selling in a very simple term is like you selling similar products to what you're selling, things that other people can purchase in an addition to what they've purchased that are related, or that will help them. Okay, let's take for example, somebody buys a bed, you sell mattress or mattresses, and then you do what? You also offer bed sheet or pillow or pillowcase to the person. It is still more like similar. It's only like the person bought bed and then you are trying to sell refrigerator to the person. So it's not like the same thing. So in this level, at least you are adding other products. Now this level whereby it can never always be only you anymore, because if you actually want to scale your earnings up, you have to understand and realize and come to the fact and come in terms with the truth that only you cannot. You actually have to have ends, people that that you can either train to be, and definitely not even, it's not an option. You must train them to be better than you in that particular thing. If you really want to have, the best product or the best service, you have to train them to be better than you. And then yeah, from there you can then go, maybe you're offering SEO, you can then go into social media. It could be a little bit of e-commerce store creation and everything, and from there you can then start offering similar skills that pertains to what this person wants. So that's one thing. That's one thing. Now basically the essence behind this is that if you really want to make a lot of money, you have to do something called what? It is not by you. And I think that's the summary, that's the cap of everything. You have to do what? You have to do something known as what? Specialization. So you want to make a lot of money. I don't know if I can draw a bag of money. Alright. If you want to make a lot of money, you have to actually have a special skill. Making money is not by you hopping from one thing to the other. If not, you will never master anything. You actually have to specialize on something, select one good thing, anything at all. Stick through it, know the ins, know the outs, use it for people, help people understand it, and definitely you are going to start scaling. I am at this level of specialization, and then I'm looking forward to scale by having other people also who I can train to become better than me. So this is my journey. This is just raw. So I hope this was able to provide a little bit of value. And then I hope, yeah, later on definitely have to go. So thank you very much, and if you definitely got value in this, remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that whenever any video drops in, you can easily, get notified. So this is me just sharing my strategies, my plans, and everything, just so it can benefit another person out there, and I hope it would. So if truly you got value, once again, remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Yes.